Hey, so this is kind of going to be a bit like a behind the scenes kind of thing, just kind of showing you what my setup has been so far for YouTube, because I've definitely been running kind of on a budget, but this is actually where I've been sitting, and I've got lots of cushions because it's just a normal dining table, so I've got a proper office chair arriving in the next day or two, but as you can see, that was actually just my backdrop for my videos, which is really not that exciting. I've even just got some boxes for my second screen because that's actually where I work as well in the day. So what I worked on yesterday was setting up my spare room as my YouTube studio. And so this is the outcome of it so far. So this is my new setup at the moment, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work because obviously there isn't a lot of light. So there isn't a lot of light in this room anyway because it's shaded by a lot of trees. So I'm going to see how that works in that corner, but basically this is kind of what it would look like, just a bit plainer with the plants behind it. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to try and improve the quality of my video and audio. So this is actually a really old camera that I got so long ago, which I just dug out. So, and then that's obviously my GoPro, the Hero 8, but yeah, so I'm going to see how they are. What I'll do is I can show you like what this would look like. So that's actually pretty good. Like I can zoom this camera in and out, so that's what my new backdrop would look like. And that camera works really well, but with the GoPro, because I was thinking I could use this for everything, and I've actually been looking at the vlogging screens and getting the media mod, and obviously I don't have a screen for it, but as you can see, that's actually like a really wide angle. So, and there's nothing I can do about that apart from getting it like a lot closer to me. So even if I put it at the front of the table, it's still like a really wide angle. And yeah, I've worked out I'd have to have that camera kind of about 30 centimeters from my face to really get like a good cut-in kind of view. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the audio quality is like, but yeah, that's my new setup at the moment. I might try and move it more towards the window, but then obviously that will be the backdrop, which is just wardrobes. So I could put the plant in the background there, but then it's going to be pretty plain. But yeah, I'll have to test this and see what the kind of lighting is like. And then the mistake I did as well, I was getting the smallest ring light. So this is the size of my ring light, and I'm actually gonna have to get a extension cord because the plug there doesn't actually work. So if you're gonna set up your YouTube studio, I highly recommend getting way bigger lights, even like soft boxes, and obviously also getting good tripods. So this is pretty much the only tripod that you can kind of get for GoPro. My one was actually from AliExpress, so it's like a bit of a knockoff, but it's not. That's it. That's all I found for GoPro. I'm sure there's other things that you could probably fit in. Whereas this tripod, this is actually a really, really light one. I've got a bigger one, but I've lost the plate for it. And then this one just screws in, and it's also got a, if you can see there, like a spirit level, so I can actually tell if the camera is straight or not. Obviously I can extend it out as well, but obviously it's more stable if it's on the table. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, this camera is probably about, I would say 11 years old. So you can see actually it's only 10 megapixels, but yeah, we'll see how good it is because I have been putting my phone in here instead, and then the ring light would sit on top, but obviously I've put the ring light to the bottom at the moment. So yeah, we're going to have to see how that works. So just carrying on that conversation, I just was going to talk about the different software and kind of things that I'm learning so far. So I've been using Adobe Rush so far to edit all of my videos, which if you're filming on your phone, it's really easy because you can just input it into the app and then give it time, and then it will sync to the desktop, and then you can carry on finishing editing on the desktop. So you can add your transitions or your end screens or that kind of thing. The only thing that I'm finding is that I'm possibly outgrowing that software pretty quickly, but then it's been really easy to pick up as well because it is more basic. I'm using a PC as well. I'm not using a Mac like a lot of other people. You can also transfer the files via Bluetooth from your phone to your laptop as well, which makes it a bit easier than trying to allow the software to update, because it just takes ages. Obviously, using the GoPro and the camera, you can just take the cards out of them and put them directly into your laptop. So it depends what your preference is. I'm finding that if I would spend the more money, get the media mod, and at some point get the vlogging screen for the GoPro, then I'd probably use the GoPro more. But like you saw, you can't really crop in, and you'd probably have to edit it afterwards to really crop it. So I just wanted to show you what it was like once I'm wearing my headphones. So obviously this has got like a mic on it to see what the quality's like. Obviously it doesn't look great wearing headphones in a video. But yeah, I would suggest, like, first things, just if you're starting YouTube channels, just get recording and doing stuff. I'm actually going to look at getting like a better mic, but I'm still not kind of sure whether I should just build on my GoPro, which is going to be probably cheaper than trying to build on a full camera. And a lot of YouTubers I see like use the Canon GX7, I think it is, but then you can't put an external mic on that one. So it's not very good then if you want to try and use it in the studio. So a lot of people are using like more expensive Canons. So like I see someone's recommended like the M50, for example, and you can put like an external mic on it, and you've got the screen as well. So the screen is to the side, so you can put the mic on top. But then it's like probably it's like over $1,000, you know. So it's a lot of money to kind of spend on something. And I still feel like I'm kind of at the start of my journey. So the moment I've been using my phone a lot, and it's the Samsung, but the new Samsung just looks so much better as well. But again, it's just going to be like another $1,000 to get that. So I got to kind of weigh it up and see kind of what's worth it or not. But yeah, if you're starting out your journey too, let me know what you're kind of finding out. I'm looking directly at the Canon PowerShot, which is a camera that I actually got like about 10 years ago. So it runs off batteries. I have to screw it into my tripod because I don't actually have the plate. It's got a screen off to the right for me, so I can actually see if I'm centered in the frame, which is really good. And it's obviously really easy to look down the camera as well. Unlike my mobile phone, I have to kind of constantly look at the end of the phone, rather than a camera you can kind of look straight down at the lens of the picture. But this is what the Canon PowerShot looks like. It is a 10-year-old camera. I'm not sure how well it will focus in and out, or how quickly it will, and then at the bottom I've got the GoPro, which I actually don't know what I look like because I don't have a screen on it. So I can just kind of predict where I'm in the frame by where I've positioned the chair. So obviously this is what the GoPro looks like as well. And then I've got my phone that's in the middle, so if I look at the camera, which is on the end of the phone, so don't look at yourself when you're recording, because otherwise it looks like I'm looking off to obviously the right or the left, whichever it will be when it's reversed. You actually need to look at the lens, which is actually on the end of the phone. So, and this is me trying to position all the cameras inside. So the 10 obviously is a lot better quality. This is just all the sound that's coming out of the different devices as well. And then obviously the GoPro here at 8, and this is what it sounds like as well. So none of them I've put external mics on. This is exactly what they sound like. But yeah, I would say to summarize, what you need to do is set up your tripods so you don't obviously have to hold it. You need to put it on something, so hopefully be a table or something like that. And then I would definitely get some lighting. So if I show you what it would look like, so I've just got the lights on in the room and I'm sat with a window that's in front of me here, but there's not much light. This is with my ring light off, and then this is with my ring light on. So as you can see, it kind of creates less shadows on my face. It's just a bit more flattering with the ring light on, and that was just a cheapie from AliExpress, but I do wish I'd got a slightly bigger ring light, because I'll show you, it's really quite small. So obviously if I put the ring light here, it's going to make me look like a lot of shadows. You're actually And obviously you don't want it like this either, because you're going to get a lot of shadows. You actually just want it in front of your face. So that's why I put it right there. So it's actually almost in line with the camera. So I'm almost looking like straight at me. I've kept my background quite plain. Just put the plants in the background, and obviously the plants up here as well, so to try and frame it a little bit. But otherwise kept it quite plain, so you can just kind of focus on the video. But yeah, so the Canon PowerShot, I'm not actually sure how much you could get that camera for now. The Samsung Note 9 I got for about $950 or something like that. I did get it on sale. And then the GoPro 8 was, I think they're about $500 as well. So this is all New Zealand. The tripods I got off AliExpress, I probably didn't pay much more than $20 or $30 for those. And the same for the ring light, I would have got that very cheap as well. So you can definitely start filming with not spending too much money. Obviously, the good thing about my phone is that it's something that you use every day anyway. And the GoPro is very handy if you're doing a lot of vlogging, so out and about. So to summarise on everything that you've seen, I will definitely not be using obviously the Canon camera. It's just the quality is just not good enough anymore, not for YouTube. The GoPro, I really didn't like the way that it's such a wide angle, and I just couldn't get the light to be that flattering. I think in my vlogs, so outdoor lighting, it works really, really well. And maybe it would work better if I had some better lights inside. Currently, I just don't have that. So I think the best overall at the moment is to keep using my mobile phone. I can definitely tell the quality when I use like a mic, so like even on like a cheapy headset that I have. But I have ordered a mic which is a directional mic by Boya. So it's very similar to the Rode mic, but about half the price. And I have seen some other reviews on it and it seems just as good. Because I am trying to keep on a budget, that is what I'm going to go for. But having experimented uploading the different files from the GoPro, the Canon, which are both obviously SD cards, and my mobile phone, I have actually managed to get it so that my computer will read my mobile phone, because it wasn't for a long time, so I can actually drag and just drop the files. Because I am finding that if I use my mobile phone to update the videos, then it's just not syncing and it takes a long, long time to work on desktop. I don't know whether it's my computer or whether it's Adobe software. I'm using Adobe Rush to edit my videos. I do think down the line, I think I will invest in, say, like a Canon M50. Like I said, it is about $1,000, and that's not including extra cables, extra batteries. And I'd also really like to get the Viltrox, I think it's called Viltrox speed booster, which is meant to just show that more depth of field. So at the moment, like as you can see, like everything looks in focus, whereas with the speed booster, it would kind of make me look in focus and the backdrop a little bit blurred. So it kind of makes it a little bit nicer on the eye. So, and again, that would be a couple more $100. So we'll see whether I invest in that camera or not. So your minimum kit I would suggest is getting a decent tripod. I'd look at getting a tripod, which I missed, which is to have a mount so you can actually put like an external mic on it. So if you are using your mobile phone and it has the bit clasp onto your phone, is to get one with a screw on the top. And what I mean by like that is like this, for example. So you see how it's got the screw there on the top, so you can actually put your external mic on there. Definitely get a ring light of some kind, and obviously in getting some software that you really like. There's definitely a lot of free software out there as well. I would look at DaVinci. I had a look at it and I think for me it was a little bit more complicated, but I think I'll look at it now as my skills are kind of advancing. Although I do like the fact that with Adobe Rush, I could sit on the bus commuting and editing it and then carrying on editing it on the desktop, paying about $15 a month to have that software. I've also been using Camtasia to do like screen recordings, which has been really good. But again, it's not cloud-based, so I can't edit it on the app while I was commuting. But hopefully you found this useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop a comment below what you're finding that's a really good way to record your videos.